Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to learn about the interlocking of the contactor in practical way, where we will see that how a contactor work, how could you interlock to two contactors, and how could measure the current and voltage using the digital voltmeter and ammeter. We will see there a single pole MCB, three pole MCB, as well as we will see there what are the auxiliary contacts, as well as how many kind of tools we use during the connection and in the panel designing we study, as well as you will see there some wire ducts in which we wire to hardwares, and you will see there. So one of the most important lecture today, because you will learn here absolute hardware and practical knowledge. So you should be emphasized there, and you have to try to understand how could we interface to single phase as well as three phase electrical appliance to each other, and how could we interlock them. So you will see. Okay, so today I have to show you. You could see there, some hardwares. Like I'm going to show you, there is some. First I would like to say show you this contact some tools like this one. This one is a wire stripper. So wire stripper, we use this one to strip the wire, not cut to the wire, like this. Suppose you want to strip the wire, you should have to press here and just do this one, and the wire will be stripped. If you want to strip the wire, you should have to press there and strip the wire. You will see that easily, that is, it's not a cutting the wire, it is stripping the wire. And if you want to cut, you should go there and just cut the wire, it is not stripping. So there is a major difference between the cutter and wire stripper. You could see this one is wire stripper, this one is the wire cutter. You shouldn't be just confused between the what was the difference between the wire stripper and what the cutter. Simply wire stripper strip the wire, as well as sometime we use to cut the wire, but especially we use to cut the wire is wire cutter. Okay, if you really go into the concern with this component is used for the, especially we use this component for protection, which is called as the circuit breaker. There is the CB, is considered trip coils, like it's going to be NO and NC. So you could see there we use this one. It consists three poles. You could see here 1, 2 and 3. There is the three poles, and the value is here C6, 6 ampere, C class, 240 volt, 415 volt could be used, and 10,000 ampere could be beer, and having 3 is a pearl. And we will just discuss about the MCBs in next class briefly, and you will see there. So this is the MCB. There is also an MCB. The difference between the two MCBs is it's an CB and it's an MCB. If you really see that, there is a major difference. It's a single pole and it is 3 pole MCB. I mean the current rating is similar. So C6, that means C class 6 ampere, and B6 is a B class and 6 ampere. You could see. So this one is the MCB, and now this one is the contactor. This hardware is contactor. That means it's considered some poles like T1, L1, L2, L3, NO, T1, T2, T3, NO. So L1, L2, L3 represented line 1, line 2, line 3. We could say also the R, Y and B. It's also line 1, line 2, line 3, R, Y, B. You could say that T1, T2, T3, terminal number 1, terminal number 2, terminal number 3, and it's the contacts. We could be used for the several functions, several interlocking or several indication. We could use these things. And to increase the more contacts in a contactor, we use the auxiliary contacts. These are the auxiliary contacts. So it consisting some NO poles and some NC poles. So we will use these contactors also. After using to the contactor, we will use for the increase the some terminals for the contacts. It is called as the terminal blocks. You could see here it is called terminal blocks. So you could say it's a terminal blocks, and we have to use this one for the connection and for increasing the number of connection for contactors as well as MCBs or input output components we should have to use. You could see there there is the digital voltmeter and ammeter having the 7 segment display. When we apply the voltage, and there is the CT, there is the current transformer. When we pass this current, we will pass the wire through across this CT, and this loop consisting the magnetization of the per PMMC, permanent magnetic coils, this consists, and it will just deflect to the value as the current will pass through it, because we know the Biot-Savart law. As the current pass through a conductor, it produces a magnetic field, and that magnetic field will read by this PMMC, and this will send to the sensitive EMF for the ammeter, and ammeter will just decode to that value into the digital value of the current in the same at a 7 segment display will work. So this is the voltmeter and ammeter at the digital value, and as well as we are going to we will use for the indication, it's an indicator, we use the R, Y and B, and the 3-phase connection for this one. You will see there is an R, Y and B. This standard is following some color. You could see there are some wires like this one, and like this one, as well as you will see some black wires like we'll use for the neutral connection. So we are just using here like this. So if you go to see, there is a red, yellow, white and black, and consisting some parameter. If you go to the parameter, and the wire is having some specification about this one, as well as if you concern to the specification of this wire, you could see it is 1.5 square mm, that means 1.5 mm square. Its gauge is for deciding to the cross-sectional area, and some is consisting copper wire inside to the jacket of the plastic of the wire. So you could see there it's having the copper, and it is absolutely, it could bear to the 7 ampere or 6 ampere current easily, up to the 15 ampere it could be bear. Okay, as well as we will use to this kind of input like this one. You could see there is the NC push button, it's an NO push button. These two are also NC push button, as well as you want to go there and see this one is emergency. Have a push, it's hold and rotate to release, and in the selector switch to select the which phase you are going to select. You want to see there beside this one we have connected, and behind to this connection you could see we could supply the current and voltage across this one, and this will send to the data, and we have assigned some numbers across this one, and in consistence of number, and the numbers will be decided where we have to connect it accordingly to the drawing we should have decided. In the previous lecture we have decided and we have studied which kind of connection will be in that in the previous lecture we have studied which kind of connection we require to make the interlock to the two contactors. So I will use here, and you will enjoy to this video, and you should have to learn a little bit about the electrical wiring system, and this series will be continue to understanding in the better way to having some practical approach for the connection of the panel designing and a panel wiring. So if you have to see there, okay, so we will use here a small panel for wiring purpose. It is not exactly a industrial panel. It is it's only used for to training and for the video purpose we are using this one. So this is called as the duct. This is called as wire duct. You could see there cross sectional area and the width between two duct is different. So you could see there a duct having the connection, we will pass all the wires across it and across it. You could see. So we should have to start the wiring method in the and a fundamental wiring of the component electrical hardware components in the panel. So first we will have to just connect a MCB. This is called the miniature circuit breaker and CB. That is, so this is called a MCB channel. This is the wire duct and it is MCB channel. We have to just attach this like there is. We are going to attach. So this one is a single pole and it is 3 pole. We will use for the control circuit and this will use for the load. After this connection, we have to place the contactors. So this is the contactor. It's also a contactor. Okay. And both who didn't watch the previous video, please see the previous video where I have to explain to the interlocking. I have to explain to the interlocking on Automation Studio. So you should have to see there first and you will really able to understand better way. So you could see that there is the NC contact, we don't require, there is NC contact and we are just attaching. You could see here how could you attach to the panel in this one. You should have to attach this as auxiliary contacts to here and is considered the slot. You should attach to this slot like this one and you should have to use this one. Okay, there's a voltmeter and ammeter where you want to place. We have to place beside this one and this will be absolutely used for the connection, and this is like here you have to use. Okay, we'll use, see there. First one I have to make the connection with the MCB as well as for the contactor we have to use. We will require some contacts like this one. So we are going to just use this terminal blocks. Later we will use this one. We are going to use the terminal blocks. These are the terminal block. This is called as terminal block and we use for the connection. Okay, this is the terminal blocks. So we have to start first. We should have to connect this one R, Y and B for the load and the connection we have to use. So I have to use first one, there is the R. First we should have to use a wire stripper from this one and this is going to connect this. Use this kind of and just replace this one because it's a star type screws, so there will be a R is going to connect with this supply. Okay, first we have to connect it to this one R. Okay, so we required a Y connection. Now you could strip the wire. If you use the ferrule wire, then that will be so beneficial, but we are just generally connecting two wires, that's why we are not using the ferrule wire. Otherwise in next videos you will see there we will use the ferrule wire, and we are just doing non-professionally to this one. If you will do this professionally, you should have to use a ferrule wire. So this will be Y, and we required a B. Instead of B, we will use here a white wire. Okay, it's also a strander where you should have to use some white wire. So we have to use some white wire. Here you could see we are just opening this one, and now it's not a big deal. So we have to use this for the third one. Okay, this one is going to connect this, and you have to see the wiring in the previous lecture. It's my humble request, you didn't see the previous lecture, you should go and just please understand about the wiring concept of the contactor. Otherwise the drawing will not be so easily reflected. Okay, so see there, you are going to just cut it down, and it's going to just connect here. Okay, now that wire is going to connect with this contactor as in red, yellow and wire. So we will do this one for the load. Here it's going to connect with the this. So we are going to connect this like this one, and now red is connected. So this one is going to pass across the wire duct through this and for this. So you could see here a line 1 will be come across to the CB, and that will going to the connect to this one, and this output will go to the connect to the load. And now we are going to just introduce the wire. So Y, and this one will be used for Y there. This is going to connect with this one. It's being passed across this, and line number 2 will be connected to L2. So R has been connected to L1, and this one is going to connect with the L2. Okay, so just I'm going to connect here the L2. Okay, so this is connected to L2. Now we are going to introduce to the line number 3. So we will show this one for the L3. So this one is going to connect with the L3. And wire duct are used for the just compacting to the wire, not we are going to use here. It's an L3. It's a load wiring. I am just doing that. After the load wiring, we should have to consider to the control wiring. Okay, so you can see there, just R is going here, from here is going to the line number 1, line number 2, line number 3. It's connected. Now we should have to go to the output to which we have to connect, and the output will be here like this. Go that will be the output. We are going to concern about the R. So R for this going to have the connection from here and here is going to, we should have to visualize this one, and now some connection will be here, and the R is going to just connect to the R. Okay, you want to go to see there, it is R, and going to connect with the, if you want to clear this, so cut it and just wire, strip the wire. It's going to connect with the T1, so terminal number 1. Okay, like this one you will see is consisting of some terminals. I have shown to this one, and there was the T1, and it's an Y will be connected to the this. So this wire is going to connect, it's in a Y, and this is Y connected, going to connect with the line number T. Line number 2 consisting the connection with the pole of the terminal 2. So I am going to connect this to terminal 2, and I have explained briefly in the previous video. So please, it's my humble request, you should go to the see the drawing and designing to the previous to the connection of this type and the previous video, and the connection will be absolutely clear. There will be no any kind of doubt. So I'm just fixing to this. Okay, one load consisting also, it's having the one connection for itself. So I'm going to just connect this. Y terminal is going to connect with the third one, that means for the T3. I'm going to connect to this. Okay, so this one is going to connect it here. Okay, so there is the connection R, Y, B, and like this these are the ready for the connection really. And now we are going to just connect this one to the contactors pole A2, and there will be the connection of neutral. So I'm going to just connect this for the A2. Okay, and this one is connected to the A2, and all the A2 of the contactor will be connected. So the A2 will be connected here. If you want to see that, there is the connection here, and the A2 will be connected to this, and I am going to connect this for the neutral, and this is going to connect with the A2. So A2 will be shorted here for passing the connection across the network. Okay, you will see there A2 is going to connect with an A2, and after this one will consist the connection for the neutral. So that's why I'm using here a black wire for the connection of the neutrals, and this is going to A2. Okay, this is connected, and now we are just making the connection final for the neutral. Going to connect with the neutral. So you can see that this wire is going to connection, and now we should have to use this one, not here, because we should have to pass this one to the through the wire duct. So neutral is connected here. We will pass a neutral across to this one from here, and is going to connect with the neutral from here, and after connecting to here we should have to connect it directly to the neutral terminal, which is connected to the A2. And you should have to be careful because you are going to work on the three-phase connection with the contactor, so it may create the problem for you. So be careful and use always MCB. Any kind of shock will be generated, and you will be protected, for you will face a one peak of the current, so you have to be aware about this one. Okay, I'm just going to connect this neutral. Finally, a neutral has been connected for this. Okay, and now across the wire duct, a neutral will be good for the neutral connection. The wire duct has been passed. So we have connected to the three-phase supply is going to this contactor as well as to this. I'm going to just connect from here directly to this one also, because it's also working on the three-phase connection. So we have connected here three-phase supply to the MCB, and MCB is going to connect with this one wire. We have to use more for the connection second contactor from red to this one. So again I am going to use this wire for the connection line number 1. This is connected to L1. Now I will do this a little bit fast, so you should have to understand the connection of this. Y is going to connect it with the Y. Y is going to connect with the Y, you see. And this one is going to connect with terminal number 3. So line number 3 from here is going to connect with the terminal number 3 for this. So here you could see that line number 1, line number 2, and RYB, and line number 1, line number 2, line number 3 going to connect, and line number 1, line number 2, line number 3 across this circuit breaker, and line number 1, line number 2, line number 3 is connected across the circuit breaker. A2 is connected and it's going to connect with this one, and we have connected to the load. Now we should have to connect make the connection for the so now we are going to connect here. You could see the connection for the input. So there is input, you have to focus here. There is an input connection, it's going to connect with input, and there is the several kind of output and inputs. We have pre-connected this, and now we are going to just introduce with this one. So accordingly we must follow the rule for the load for the connection of this one push button single phase. So we will use a phase current which will be connected for all these component. So we should have to connect this one to single phase. So it's going to connect with the MCB. We will use for the single phase connection of this. Okay. We must connect this one to the single phase connection, and this is going to connect here, and this control value is going to connect with this line of the NO and NC buttons we should have to use here. So we are going to just consider for controlling the system as an output and an input, we use for the connections and input, as that will be here connected 220 volt. And now you could see we should have to use this one as an NO, and these things will be used as an NC. So first one, we should have to connect this for as according to the drawing. From the NO, sorry, from the control, we should go to the NC of both that one. So we are going to use here red wire for connecting the NC. So we should have to use here a wiring connection from here to from here to the NC, and this auxiliary contact is consisting in NC contacts. So we are going to connect here an NC contact. And now this is the output of this NC is going to the for the push button of the NO. Okay, it's going to the push button of the NO. So NO is here, and the wiring of the NO will be soon, you will see. This wire is used for the NO, and now this one is going to connect with this NC. Now this is going to connect with the second one NC. Okay, there is this NC, and this must go through across a button which is called as the push button. Send it to the NO. So we will connect this output with this one, and now the wire will be connected from here to this. We will use here a three-phase induction motor, but now for the understanding the student, for the contact, we are using the single phase. In some coming videos we will introduce you three-phase induction motor and VFD, and we will just interface to the VFD to PLC, as well as we will introduce to three-phase induction motor. Will be really enjoyable for you to understand and learn how could you connect to the star delta connection. Here only we are just connecting to the single phase induction motor. Okay, so that will be a good experience for you to understand. Now it is, the connection is ready, so we have to just introduce a little bit a stop button for both of these. So for the stop button we should have to go to the connection of this one, and now there is then connection of the stop button. Okay, that button is going to be act as an stop button, so we should have to read the connection from here. Without stop button we could also use this one, and next in the coming videos I have to show you how could that the stop button will work. So it's a time to just check this one. I'm going to explain about the connection of these contactor. This is the L1, it is an L2, and it is an L3. Both contactor having the L1, L2, L3, and it's the L1, L2, and L3, and it's an output. A neutron has been connected to all these things, and a neutron has been out, and we will just use for the stop the any contactor. First we use for the MCB for the control purpose and control. We are not using here a stop button because you should have to understand how could you use any stop button to the MCB. So we should have to connect first. I'm going to just connect with this one for the three-phase wire. I have to connect a single phase line for this one to the MCB, and this is the connection remain to give the control voltage to the MCB. Okay, fine. This must have to connect it to the line number 1 or line number 2 to which we have to make the connection. Okay, fine. Now we will use for the supply this one ready, and the system is ready for you. Now I'm going to explain about the connection here, so you could understand the connection of the three phase, and this L1, L2, L3 is going to connect to L1, L2, L3, and there is also L1, L2, and L3, and there is the control current which is going to through this one and going to connect to the contact of the NC, and NC is going to be a master control, and as a react as a master button for this one, master stop. And this is going to connect with this one as well as this one, and NC is going to connect with this NO, and there is also an NO is going to connect here. So there is the input for the connection of this one, and now we are going to just use for this, and we will test first, then we have to go for that one. Time to testing, but we know it's a faulty connection because we have just connected to the contactor with the output of this one and this, and it's not going to hold because we didn't apply the holding method for this contactor and this contactor. So if you see that we'll push it, it will vibrate simultaneously because we didn't have the apply it to the holding, and it's on a fault to connection. Now like this one, you could see that motor is going to, but not properly. But if you do this one like this, and the motor is running, you could see here, and the motor is running. We didn't have applied the holding, and in the next video we will learn how to apply the holding. And if you will press this one, you will see that this indicator will be on, this like this. Here you could see, if I press this one, it is continuously pushed, and these three indicators on. If you see that we will push this one and the motor is on, but through the NC button we are pushing, it is continuously vibrating, it is trying to run, it's not working. If I push this one, and this one is running slowly, and if I push this, and these indicators are running, except to this, if I push, it's also vibrating, and it's just not. It is also it's a cause of the, absolutely it is not in the holding connection, that's why it is vibrating. And if you see that this one, motor is not running, it's try to run, but the pulses are going to the motor, that's why it's working like this. And if you push that, is the contactors are going to this one. You could see that a dangerous voice is coming. You will push, the indicator will be on. If this one push, and the motor will be on. And if those electrical students who know about this one, they must have to say which kind of fault are in the panel. So you should have to just write in the comment section which kind of fault is being occur and which kind of error in connection is here. That's why we are the contactor is not holding. So please write your comment, and your comments are so prestigious for us. We will explain and resolve the fault, and how we will detect the fault in a panel we will learn in the next lecture. So be associated with the Electrocus, and you will see there we will show you a lot of series of the practical, hardware and technical in field of the electronics, electrical, CS and different one. So if you will be associated to the Electrocus, you will be beneficial. So please write which kind of fault is being occur in this that's why the motor is not continuously running, that's why it's not a continuous being, and these things are not interlock. So you should have to explain it please, and we will just discuss to this one how which kind of troubleshooting you should have to find and resolve this kind of problem for the electrical panel design. Again we have to test. Here you could see that, and now they'll see that it will push this continuous running, the push this continuous is running. So what's the problem behind this one is not being resolved. So pay attention please, and I'm very glad to say that we are just launching 2 new series of the PCB designing, as well as you will get beneficial with the AutoCAD electrical. So be associated with the Electrocus, and recommend to all those who are interested to learn the practical things, and thank you to be here. Okay.